Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will be seeing how to create the signup API and also how to hash a password before storing it in database. So let's jump into it. Let's go to our controller. So here we will write the logic for user signup. Same as login, we know the drill. We have to export the function export const user sign up, which will be which will have two parameters, request type request, then response type response, and then we will have a request. We will have to get the body from the request, so we'll just copy this line, paste it here, and then we will have const. Okay, let's just print it for now. Console dot log the body. Wait is giving error because we have to mention this function as async. That takes care of it. Now let's go to our router, user router. We need to define a route here. Again, it'll be a post route, but this time, rather than being a sign up, rather than being a login API, it'll be a sign up API. And the function is user sign up. Let's auto import it. So this looks good. So what will happen is, as I said, it is an internal route inside the actual route here. So once it lands, it knows it needs to go to user router. So it'll go to the user router, and inside user router, it'll check what the next part is. If it is login, it'll go to user login. If it is sign up, it'll go to user sign up. So this is what the issue is with auto import. They do not import .ts, so we will import it ourselves. User sign up. Yep, that looks good. Now let's go ahead and run it. Denon run dash dash allow dash net dash 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 allow dash env dash dash allow dash net env read dash dash allow write dash dash allow plugin. It can be very tedious sometimes, so you better copy paste this command. Unstable app.ts. So let's go ahead and run this. Okay. Oh, so you can see there's an error. So what this error is, so basically it requires our it so we can go here to our MongoDB. We can see it requires an environment variable, which we do not have as we have started the project new. So every time you run via terminal, you need to export that environment variable before running. So how do we do that? Export uh, Mongo URL. Okay, so I'll just get my URL equal to this. So this is my URL. I'll export this, then I'll run it. So we can see our server is up. So first, we'll just check whether our login API is working or not. So see, we can see our login API is working. So our database is connected. So now let's open up a new tab, copy this, paste it here, and change it to sign up. Make sure it is post. Copy these two things again. Go to body, raw, JSON, paste it, we will be adding two more fields, that is name. This time we'll add properly. Will be like John Doe. Username is John Doe. Password is pass1. Let's just keep it at that. And the last field that we require is email. It's email. Email will keep as John Doe @ email.com. So let's send this. So you can see we have printed our information. Now we need to send it to database. How do we do it? In MongoDB, we have a function called getUser-by-username. Now we need to insert the data similarly. What we will do is export const insert user. It'll be an async function. Async. It'll take the whole username. Sorry, not username. The whole user. So we'll just say user equal to user details. So now we need to define this user details because it is a self-defined data type. It's not a Deno or it's not a inbuilt data type. So how do we do? As TypeScript is a typed language, we need to define all the types that we are using. How do we do that? Go ahead, open a new folder, okay, as we are not having a complex structure, we'll just make do, okay, let's just make it. We'll make a new folder, say types. In this folder, we will have all the types related to our project. So we'll have a new file, user types.ts. Here we'll create two user types. One will be the login type and other will be the signup type. So we can say export const signup. First we'll define login type. We'll say user login type is equals to, okay, it's an interface. User login type. Okay, export interface. User login type, and the user login type will be username, which will be of type string, and password, which will again be of type string. So this is done. Second, we'll export interface. If I can type interface user sign up type. In this, we'll have name, which will be of type string, then username, again type string, then password, again type string, and lastly email of type string again. Let's use that. We'll get the user type, user sign up type, make sure it's .ts. That's it. It works. Then lambda, then we'll go return await user dot. Now how to insert? For insert, it's just insert one and we'll insert the whole user. So this part is done. Now let's go to user router, user controller. We can do away const user is equals to await. The function that we created just now, that will be insert user, and then we'll pass the body. Here we'll pass the body, and now we'll console log the user. So let's see. Okay, user, where is it? MongoDB.ts. Okay, not this. Again, this is an issue. So we'll say .ts. Now it should work. Okay, insert one doesn't exist. Okay. Oh, okay, it's getting confused between the names. So let's just name it as user details. Details. Okay, I think it should be good to go now. Yep, server is up. So we can go here and now send it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so it returned the OID. That means the user has been inserted. Now, what we need to do is actually, we do not want to send the user with its password unencrypted, which is not encrypted. We want to hash the password before saving, or else it'll be wrong because the password is visible whoever has access to the database. So let's just change the spelling quickly. Details. Yep. So how do we do it? We will go ahead, open up our Chrome, open up Chrome. Here we'll search for Deno.land as we want a package from there. Okay, third party modules, search for Bcrypt. So Bcrypt is the latest and the best encrypting algorithm that is there. It's fastest. I won't say fastest, but it's fast compared to how much complexity it involves. So let's paste this here, paste it. So how do we use it? There are, as you can see in the documentation, there is an async and a sync function. So what is the difference between async and sync? If we say hash, it will asynchronously create that hash and return it. But we want a synchronous hash because we have to store it into a database. We can't say create hash and then insert because we don't know whether the hash has been created or not. So we will use hash sync. Let's jump into it. So before saving this, as we are getting the body, what we can say is, okay, we will define the body type also here. So it'll be user signup type. Go ahead, make it .ts. Then, yep. So body is equals to, okay, body dot, what we need is body dot password is equal to, let's say, okay, it's bcrypt dot hash sync, and the password that will be body dot password, and looks good. Now let's console save it, let it restart. So it's downloading the package. It has downloaded, the server is up. We can go ahead and open up the server, Postman, send this data, and let's see, it returned the OID. Now we'll go to our MongoDB login, let it open, go to projects, to do app. Now collection. Let's see if the data is there or not. So here you can see this was the first time we sent it without password encryption. This was the second time we sent it with password encrypted. So you can see it generated a hash of this password pass1 and stored it. So this is how you generate a hash of a password. So if you want to decrypt it while login, we have not decrypt. Basically, you do not decrypt a password. That will be completely wrong uh, against the concept of hashing. A hash cannot be decrypted. Once it's generated, you can only generate the hash of another string and compare those hashes. You cannot decrypt the hash and then compare the plain text. That is not allowed because that will break the basic principle of hashing. So you can see we have our hashed password. So this is our OID here, which is same as this OID. And for the other one also we have the same here. So that's it for this lecture. See you in the next one.